Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Um, Looking at the area in which uh, football is prominent, and looking at over in the area where we talk about reconstruction of a conference that is at the moment, unhappy. So sometimes when you're doing things in the moment, actually, it's always the best thing. Whenever you plan ahead for things, it tend to always run into some type of issue, roadblock, or error. And when you look at that, also when you're looking at things in the past, it prevents forward progress. And so we all who enjoy sports, in particular football and basketball, we all can appreciate college sports. And there's 7 to 8 brands that are well known in this particular conference in the east part of the United States. And we tend to watch their basketball probably more so than football. But when you hear about football, there's a couple of brands that always stands out. And these brands that stand out pretty much kind of have a leadership role within their conference, because they always are getting the attention, drawing in people and viewership for the conference overall. And when you think of the conference, you think about these teams, especially in football. So when that happens, then what these teams say, it matters. So when you evaluate the whole conference, you look at these brands that you are familiar with and that everyone is familiar with, and then you follow what their lead is. So the conference, what we must understand is that there is a commissioner who represents the conference from a business standpoint, a representation standpoint, and a public relations standpoint. And when you're competing against other conferences, it's the due diligence and the duty of the commissioner to make sure that the conference it is representing is represented well or correctly, giving the conference opportunity to grow and to flourish. And so during that time, this commissioner signed a grant of rights that was 2 decades long, which is unheard of. In this case, that is what happened. So that led to, after about a decade of seeing a lot of changes with other conferences, it led to the members in the conference being uncomfortable. Now, when you think about that, right, if you look at different businesses or different organizations, those who have survived are the ones who have made changes to adjust with the current trends of the consumer. If you're not able to do that, then it's hard for your company to grow and survive and avoid bankruptcy. Quoted as one successful billionaire said, I remember a time where I went into a business and I made a suggestion to the company in which I owned, and I told this to the workers there. I asked them to do something, and they told me, oh, well, it's like that because we've always done it like that. And then he surprised them by saying, well, now you're going to do it this way. And that is the reason why I own this company, because you continue to do it that way. So therefore, you see this conference wanting change.